What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 17 of Prop Quiz, where we pit two of your favorite people in combat sports against one another in a head-to-head trivia game. I'm your host, Long Island Luke from Main Card Minute. You guys can follow me on social media at Main Card Minute and subscribe right here on YouTube if you like the content. But enough about me. Let me introduce our contestants. First up, he's from New York, but reps the Cavs harder than a LeBron fan in 2008. And rumor has it he once threatened Kevin James for going by the King of Queens. He's never been sick, but he does suffer from gout. You know him from the Ariel Helwani Show and Boys in the Back. It is New York, Rick. Rick, what's up, brother?
What an incredible intro. Are we allowed, by the way, are we allowed to curse on here?
Of course, curse away.
Okay. What a fucking intro. Thank you for that. Yes, Kevin James is going to hear from my legal team about that. I am the King of Queens and I will never relinquish the crown. Good to be on with another fellow New Yorker. And yeah, we'll show that Atlanta boy what's up.
Let's go. A little sneak preview of your opponent. Let's introduce him. He's such a fan of the dogs that he refuses to bet on a favorite, and he's the only fighter in UFC history to also referee his own fight. He loves to watch BJJ with a PRJ while eating PB&J. He reps Atlanta where the players play, but now lives in New York and chants, "Fuck Trey." You also know him from the Ariel Helwani Show, Boys in the Back, and Fight Feast. It is GC Connor Burks.
Wow, that intro was unbelievable. That was incredible. Don't chant "fuck Trey." Still Team Hawks, but that was a 10 out of 10 intro. And I just have to say before we get into everything, my opponent, I'm showing up with the microphone. I'm sounding crisp. I'm looking good. This schlub is over here. What is even behind you, bro?
This is the beautiful art that they have here at the offices. I mean,
We look like we're in a gray millennial house.
As you can see, it's very modern. It's very modern.
I was going to say, I was getting abstract vibes. Either way, pretty sick. I appreciate you both being here. It's your first time here, so here's a quick video on how to play. So you guys are going to go head-to-head in a betting-themed trivia game. Similar to Jeopardy, you're going to have a board with 5 different categories to choose from, with questions ranging in difficulty from 100 to 500 points. Your 100-point questions are going to be your over-unders. So these will be 50-50 questions. You just got to choose if it's over or under. Your 200-point questions will be your money lines. Think of it like who wins the fight. These will be either or questions. You'll also have a 50-50 chance of getting those. Your 300-point questions are going to be your methods of victory. Just like there's 3 ways to win a fight: knockout, submission, or decision. These will be questions that you have 3 choices to choose from. Your 400-point questions are going to be your singles. These will be straight up trivia questions. No multiple choices on those. And your 500-point questions are going to be your parlays. These will be 2 to 3 part questions, and you have to get all the answers correct to get any credit. So here's how it's going to work. You guys are going to be wagering 100 points on every question. So if you answer a question correctly, you'll earn that question's point total, and you'll get to go again. If you answer a question incorrectly, you're going to lose the 100 points you wagered, and you're going to lose your turn. You're also going to have 2 bonuses that can each be used once during the game. A 50% profit boost, which will increase your question's point total by 50%, and a no sweat bet that'll give you the opportunity to go again if you get the next question wrong, and the 100 points will not be deducted. Please note, you must announce you're using a boost before you choose the question on the board. After the board is completed, there's going to be an optional Hail Mary round in which players can wager any amount of their points on one final question for a chance to double their point total. However, if the question's answered incorrectly, you're going to lose the points you wagered. So the leading player is going to have 2 choices. They can either choose the amount of points they want to wager before the losing player chooses theirs, or they can admit they have a gambling problem and opt to sit this round out. The trailing player is then going to choose the amount of points they wish to wager and have one final chance to win it all. The player with the most points at the end will win Prop Quiz and get the esteemed title of this week's Degenerate. The esteemed title, boys. The esteemed title. Let's get into today's.
So good.
This really is. This is fucking incredible. I can't wait for this.
Hell yeah, thank you. Let's get into today's topics real quick. Topic number 1 going to be who's to check. Obviously, the drop you guys have been playing a lot with Bob Arum. This will be fighters whose names contain the word check in it, or it's going to be like weird situations that we were all like, why didn't anyone look into that? That was weird. Topic number 2 going to be Rick's Picks, an ode to Rick's old segment on MMA Hour, Helwani Show back in the day. These are going to be fighters with the name Eric or Rick. Topic number 3. This is to you, GC. Hot Atlanta. It's going to be fights that either took place in Atlanta or fighters whose nickname contains the word hot in it. Topic number 4 going to be D1 Glazer. This will be fighters who collegiately wrestled in the Division 1 of the United States, collegiate system, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're D1 wrestlers. They went on to fight in the UFC. And topic number 5, Boys in the Back, obviously an ode to both of your show. This will be fighters whose nickname contain the word boy in it. So there you go, guys. Normally we do have a tail of the tape, but we got no tail of the tape this week because it's both your first time here. So we'll just get right into it and play Prop Quiz. So guys, we did do a blind fan vote to see who gets to go first. For the first time ever, I put silhouettes of the contestants in there to kind of give fans an idea of who they were betting on. Shout out to Lazy Bed, because he called it immediately. He's like, that looks like GC and Rick. But anyways, there was a blind vote. Connor, you were contestant A. Rick, you were contestant B. 58% voted for contestant B. So Rick, the board is yours.
How Lazy Bed got that from those silhouettes is fucking insane.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
We love you, Lazy Bed. We love all our fans out there. I gotta go with Rick's picks, right? So let's go with Rick's picks for 400.
Rick's picks for 400. Ricky Glenn fought to a majority draw in 2021 against which current top 15 lightweight?
Jeez. It's on the tip of my tongue because I remember that the Ricky Glenn era. Oh my Lord. Yay. Ah, man, it feels like forever ago. Grant Dawson.
Nailed it. Great guess. Grant Dawson fights this weekend too. There you go. 400 points right away for Rick. You're still up.
Yeah, I was shaky on that one. All right. Do I want to get bold and go into Connor's territory? Nah, let me try I'm gonna try Rick's picks for 5. Let me try and clear up my category.
Rick's picks for 500. Eric Spicely beat an Italian and a former title challenger in his 2 UFC wins. Name both of his opponents. This is probably the hardest question on the entire board.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you, Luke.
I just feel like it's who's remembering this. I mean,
it makes you feel better, Rick. I have absolutely no idea who either of them are.
In Italian makes it limited, right? Because Spicely was like a bigger guy, so I assume that one has to be Vettori. So I'll go Vettori, and then, or no, was it DeCirico? Was he smaller? DeCirico was a smaller weight guy. Spicely was like a light heavyweight, middleweight. I feel like I'll just go Vettori for that one, and then Jesus, who the other one? If he was like light heavyweight, middleweight, who would have been a guy around then? I don't know. Alonzo Menafield? I don't know. I blew it.
You named one of the guys in it, Di Chirico, whatever. Alessio Di Chirico.
Oh, it was DiCirico.
Thiago Santos. He beat them back to back in the year. I don't have the year in front of me, but both round 1 submissions for him. So shout out Eric Spicely, skateboarder too. Connor, you're on the board.
Yeah, let's go D1 Glazer 300.
D1 Glazer for 300. Johnny Hendricks was knocked out in his final UFC bout by Paulo Costa in which round? First, second, or third?
What is second round?
You don't have to say what is, but you nailed it. It was the second round. It was also at 1 minute and 23 seconds, 1, 2, 3, of round number 2. It was an MSG card, UFC 217. So, Connor, 300 points for you, and you are still up.
We're on the board. Let's go Hot Atlanta 100. Let's get one through the hoop.
Hot Atlanta for 100. The last UFC event in Atlanta was earlier this year when Kamaru Usman fought Joaquin Buckley in the main event. How many of the 6 fights of the main card went the distance? Over, under, 3.5.
Okay, 6 fights on the main card. I was there for this one. It's over 3.5.
Correct. All 6 on the main card went the distance.
Wasn't that like everything?
Yeah. Any card I go to, it's complete dog. So I remember that one vividly. I was in the building. Let's go Hot Atlanta 200.
Hot Atlanta for 200. Who did Malcolm Wellmaker knock out in Atlanta on that same card? Cameron Simon or Chris Moutinho?
Yeah, it was Chris Moutinho. went absolutely nuts for it. That may have been the last finish on the card.
It was Chris Moutinho. He knocked out Cameron Simon earlier this year in Kansas City.
Let's go Hotlanta 300.
Hotlanta 300. In 2023, Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts fought to a fight of the night in London against who? Francisco Trinaldo, Jack Della Maddalena, or Johnny Parsons?
Ay.
This is a hard one.
Yeah. Though I feel like I remember this. I'm going to go Francisco Trinaldo.
It was Johnny Parsons. So he lost all three of these fights. Trinaldo's the only one he didn't get finished in, but he did get a fight of the night against Johnny Parsons. He was knocked out in the second round.
Damn. UFC 286?
It was I want to say it was a fight night. It was in London. Okay. I know that much. Rick, back to you.
Let's go to Rick's Picks 300. Let's try and clear out my category.
Rick's Picks 300. Eric Shelton made his UFC debut against which of these future flyweight champions? Alexandre Pantoja, Brandon Moreno, or Davison Figueiredo?
This is not coming to mind, and those are three of the most common names. Oh boy. I'm gonna say Moreno.
It was Alexandre Pantoja, and he lost by split decision. He went split decision with Pantoja. Kind of
shout out Shelton.
Yeah, for real. GC, back to you.
Let's go. Who's to check 100?
Who's to check for 100? Czech Congo had 18 UFC fights in the UFC. How many wins did he have? Over under 8.5.
I'm gonna go over.
Correct. He had 11 wins in the UFC.
I didn't think it was by much. Let's go. Who's to check 200?
Who's to check for 200? Merab knew the doctor wouldn't check when he apparently showed the same leg twice during his medical exam before his title bout earlier this year against who? Sean O'Malley or Umar Nurmagomedov?
Umar Nurmagomedov.
Correct. That was apparently in California. Again, allegedly in California, where he showed the doctor the same leg twice. UFC 311.
I gotta say, this is not a casual show, man. This is
no. This is for the diehards.
I love this. D1 Glazer 100.
D1 Glazer 100. In his 15 UFC fights, how many times did Cain Velasquez headline a card? Over under 5.5.
Cain Velasquez, big star, heavyweight division. I'm gonna go over 5.5.
Correct. He headlined 8 UFC cards during his tenure.
Let's go boys in the back 100.
Boys in the back for 100. How many UFC wins does Lazy Boy Ronaldo Rodriguez have? Over under 3.5.
Okay, so my guess is that it's going to be right around this number, but I'm going to go under. I'm going to say 3.
Under is correct, but he only has 2 UFC wins. I feel like he should have more for how hard they promote him, I feel like.
Shout out to Lazy Boy. Let's go Rick's Picks 100.
Rick's Picks for 100. Rick Story had 12 UFC wins. How many of those came by decision? Over under 3.5.
I will go over.
Correct. He had 8 of those wins by decision, 2 KOs and 2 subs as well.
I didn't think Rick Story was that prolific of a finisher. Let's go boys in the back 200.
Boys in the back for 200. Randy Rude Boy Brown made his UFC pay-per-view debut on UFC 208 when he fought which future welterweight champion, Bilal Muhammad or Kamaru Usman?
Wow. This is a great question. I'm going to go with Bilal Muhammad.
Correct. He lost by unanimous decision against Bilal. He never fought Kamaru Usman.
I had a feeling. Let's go D1 Glazer 200.
D1 Glazer 200. I'm going to pick this question. I just want to remind you, because we're about halfway through, that both of you do have your bonuses. You can choose to use it now, Connor, since I didn't click the question, or you can change your mind, whatever. Or maybe let's just do it after the next question.
Yeah, let's rip it.
Yeah. Who did Chris Weidman's last UFC win come against? Bruno Silva or Brad Tavares?
Bruno Silva. I was also in attendance for that one.
Correct. That was in Atlantic City. He beat Bruno Silva. That was the weird eye-pokey TKO technical decision, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. He lost to Brad Tavares, by the way. They did fight, but he lost.
Shout out. Let's go Hotlanta 500, but I will use my no sweat bet.
All right, so no sweat on Hotlanta 500. So if you get this wrong, you get to go again, and you do not lose the 100 points. Just want to remind you, if you get it correct, it's just kind of null and void. Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman's last 2 UFC fights came on cards headlined by Kevin Holland in 2021 and 2022. Who did Holland fight on both of those cards?
Okay. Kevin Holland headlined both of them. 2021 was Kyle Dawkins. And
I'll wait till you name both before I tell you. But also, you don't have to name which one was which year. You can just name both fighters.
Okay. 2022 Kevin Holland main event. Wonderboy Thompson.
So the official guesses are Dawkins and Thompson?
Yeah.
So you had Wonderboy correct, but it was Marvin Vettori as the other one. The Dawkins one, I believe, was a prelim. I do remember that fight, though.
The one
Headbutt
where
clash.
Yeah, the headbutt clash to the head.
Rick, back to you.
No, but he got a no sweat, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. And I gave him the points for it. Yep. Great call. Great sportsmanship, Rick. I appreciate that.
That is, you're a stand-up guy in New York, Rick. Let's go boys in the back 300, and I'll try to use I'll use my 50% profit.
All right, so you get 450 if you get this correct. Which of these fighters did the Korean Superboy Doo Ho Choi not get a fight of the night bonus with? Charles Jourdain, Jeremy Stevens, or Nate Landwehr?
Charles Jourdain.
It was Nate Landwehr. All those fights were bangers. He should have got a fight of the night for all 3, but he was like robbed of a fight of the night essentially on the Landwehr one.
The Landwehr one was the one I was like, he had to have gotten a fight.
Yeah, exactly. He might have got an under the table bonus for those of you who are going to be nitpicky at home, but no official bonus. Rick, now back to you.
200 Rick's picks. Let's try and get on the board here.
Eric "Ya Boy" Anders made his UFC debut on Long Island against Rafael Natal in 2017. How did that fight end? Knockout or decision?
I swear that's one that was a knockout, but then it would be too obvious, no? Oh, man. I feel like there was a head kick in there on one side of the equation. I'll go knockout, but I feel like I'm wrong.
It was a knockout. It was a round one knockout. I don't have in front of me whether it came by head kick or not, but I was in attendance for that fight. I should remember.
Shout out.
That's 200 points for you.
All right.
And you're still up.
Let's do D1 Glazer for 5.
D1 Glazer for 500. Bo Nickel got his first UFC knockout win against Val Woodburn at UFC 290. Who headlined UFC 290?
Jesus. Is that the International Fight Week one? Is that Volk? Is that Volk versus not Ortega, because Ortega was 266. Is that Volk versus Korean Zombie?
Damn, you were close. GC, I know you know it. You want to tell him?
What is it?
Okay.
Volk versus Yair Rodriguez.
I knew it was Volk, and I was like, it wasn't. Motherfucker.
GC, back to you.
Let's go D1 Glazer 400.
D1 Glazer 400. Ryan Bader's last UFC loss came to Anthony Rumble Johnson in Newark, New Jersey. Which current BKFC champion fought in the co-main event of that card?
Ben Rothwell.
Nailed it. Fun fact, first UFC card I ever went to was that one.
Nice.
GC, you're still up.
Yeah, let's go. Who's to check 300?
Who's to check for 300? Which of these former welterweight champions has Josh Koscheck beaten? Matt Hughes, Robbie Lawler, or Tyron Woodley?
Robbie Lawler.
So it's Matt Hughes. He fought all 3 of them, and he knocked out Matt Hughes in the first round. He lost to Lawler, and he lost to Woodley, both round 1 TKOs as well. Rick, back to you. Reminder, you got both bonuses. So.
Yeah, I might as well use it. Let's do boys in the back 500 and a 50%.
50% on the 500. So 750 if you get this correct.
I got to go for it.
Steve Astro Boy Urseg has headlined 2 UFC events. Name both of his opponents.
That's oh shit, I was about to say Pantoja, but would that have been the headliner? I think that was the headliner because it was like that card that everybody was like, holy shit, this is a piece of garbage. All right, Pantoja, and then was it Kai Kara France? What was the other headline slot? Oh wait, no, Kai Kara France fight was underneath Izzy and Drickus, so it must have been like, was it Royval? Yeah, let me have Pantoja and Royval.
It's Brandon Moreno. I don't know if he ever fought Royval, did he?
I knew it was one of those two, and I thought it was Royval.
And you picked 2 500s that I actually knew.
Yeah.
Let's go. Who's to check 500? Let's see if I can get this.
Who's to check for 500? Everyone involved probably thought, who's to check when they faded Darek Minner against Shilan Nordenbecky in 2022. Which 2 Brazilian strawweights headlined that card?
It was 2022, Shilan Nordenbecky, Darek Minner. It happened in early November. 2 Brazilian strawweights, so it had to have been 2 Brazilian strawweights. I mean, early November feels like it's good for a Mackenzie Dern, Amanda Ribas fight.
You got Amanda right. Amanda Lemos versus Marina Rodriguez. That was a tough one.
Those are my bread and butter.
Rick, back to you.
I need all 3 of these, huh? Yeah.
Well, there's the Hail Mary round. Anything can happen in the Hail Mary round.
Let's do boys in the back 400. God, I've been like halfway there on all these.
I know. Boys in the back for 400.
I should have known that surely and Nordenbecky one. I'm disappointed.
Edmund the Golden Boy Shabazian suffered his first professional loss in his lone UFC headliner against who?
Who was the first one to beat Edmund? Derek Brunson?
Nailed it. That's Derek Brunson. And that was the first of like 4 losses in a row for him.
He lost a bunch. That's why I was like, was it Brunson? All right. We're on the board here.
And Rick, you do have your no sweat. Just saying, you can kind of hold down the board the rest of the time.
I'm more of a gambling man. Let's go who's to check 400.
Who's to check for 400? Michael Bisping thought who's to check when he would lie his way through eye test after suffering a detached retina against who in 2013?
Vitor Belfort.
Nailed it. TRT Tour. Now this is getting interesting, boys. This is getting real interesting. Rick, last question on the board, Hotlanta 400. In 2016, who became the only UFC fighter to become an undisputed champion for the first time in Atlanta? Keywords here are undisputed and first time.
Undisputed first time in 2016. What the hell? All right, so like that's like the Ronda Connor era. End of 2016, undisputed first time. Oh, is it? Wait, what was that event at the end of 2016? Or is it the beginning of 2016? Sorry, this one's going to take me a second.
You're good.
Atlanta, 2016. I know Atlanta was like Woodley Lawler, but that was in the ESPN era. That was pre that. Who would have fought in freaking Atlanta in that time period and been undisputed for the first time? The fact that you honed in on that makes me think it's like Cormier or somebody like that, because it would have because maybe it would have been somebody who was interim. Oh yeah. Undisputed, won in Atlanta, 2016. Who were the champs in 2016? God, I've got no idea on this one. Well, actually, let's just go heavyweight was probably like Kane, Aldo, or no, Connor by then. Wait, who was the welterweight champion then? Oh, is it is it Robbie Lawler?
I feel really bad
Fuck.
because you said the correct answer and he beat Robbie Lawler. It was Tyron Woodley. The reason I harped on
Ugh.
undisputed is because Poirier won his interim title in Atlanta. And the reason I harped on first time was because John Jones defended his belt in Atlanta, but Woodley was the first person to win a title
That
in
was
Atlanta.
really 2016, huh? I
Yeah.
thought it might have been that fight, and then I was like, no, that happened in like 2018.
All that thinking, and you still got it wrong.
But we still got
God,
the
I'm right
Hail
there.
Mary round, boys. And it's an interesting one because it's definitely within reach. So, despite what the rules video says, I say double your weight or double your point total, you double your wager here. So, for example, Connor, if you wager 1,000 points, you could then win 2,000 points, finish with 3,600, or you would lose 1,000 and end up with 600. So, Connor, because you're in the lead, you have to choose first how many points you want to wager.
Yeah, we'll play the smart game. We'll wager 600.
600. Okay, so if you get it wrong, you could finish with 1,000. If you get it correct, you could finish with 2,800. And now, Rick, how many points do you want to wager?
So let me logic this out. If I wager 100 and he gets it wrong, I tie. I would need to get
Well, you would win if you wager
2,200.
100. You win 200. I know it's confusing, but so essentially,
Okay.
you would beat him with only
I
wagering
would beat him
100.
if he gets it wrong, or if I need to go for the gusto and get it. If I get it right, even if he gets it right, I would need to wager what?
So you can't beat him even if you wager it all if he gets it right.
Oh, so then yeah, then let me.
So
The
you could
math
do
would say
you could do
to
whatever
go
you want.
100, right?
The rankings do come down to point totals and things like that. So you could either go big, try and get a big point total. You could play it safe, just end up with a solid total. You know, whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah, well then also if I can't win anyway, and the question doesn't scale based on my number selection, right?
No, the question is what it is.
The question's locked as
I
the
made
question
them
is.
like pertain to fighters that I kind of associate
Yeah.
you guys with. So,
All right, so then fuck it. Let's wager it all. Let's get the points. Who cares?
all right.
Let's let it
So
roll.
900. So worst you could finish with is 0, and most you could finish
Yeah,
with is
let's do it.
2,700. Connor, we're
do
making
it.
you answer first. Actually, no, Rick, we'll make you answer first since you're losing.
Okay.
No, we'll make Connor answer first. I'm forgetting how to play my own game. Here we go. Connor, your boy, Yuri Prohaska, who did he beat in his first 2 UFC fights?
Fuck.
And if you get this wrong, this clip will definitely be sent to him to prove that it was a fake reaction.
Dominic Reyes and Volkanovski.
You nailed it.
Good job, GC.
No, my
Fucking
boy.
Nailed it. So you're going to finish with 2,800. Rick, again, for the sake of rankings and seeing where you would finish, let's see what yours was. Oh, I should have just said, yeah, Volkanovski, Dominic Reyes. All right.
Good job, GC.
Rick, your girl, comeback fighter of the year. Who did Ronda Rousey beat in her first 2 UFC fights?
Liz Carmouche, and was the next fight Misha? No. Oh, was it? Fuck, this is gonna be another one where I say it and then don't follow through on it because I overthink it. 100% Liz Carmouche. There was like the Alexis Davis, Kat Zingano, Misha Tate. Yeah, Misha was no. No. Did she ever even beat Misha in the UFC? She might not have even. Did she beat Misha in the UFC? She beat Liz, and then what? Alexis.
Look at him like an old man in a rocking.
Alexis
Put the time on
Davis.
that.
Katsinganu. Definitely not Betch. Definitely not Holly. These are like longer into the. Oh, she didn't beat Holly. Did she? Why? Wow. I am. Luke, let me just tell you, there's nothing that's making me feel older than kind of knowing these things, but not knowing them. That's way worse than just outright not knowing them.
I disagree. I think getting like half the names makes it like at least you somewhat have that memory in there. Like other people are
It's
like, I have no
somewhere.
fucking
It's
idea.
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, she beat Misha Tate for the Strikeforce title. She had to have beaten Misha twice. She's beaten Misha twice. I can't come up with another name anyway, though. Yeah, fuck it, Misha Tate.
And who was the other one?
Liz Carmouche.
You nailed it. Liz Carmouche and the second
God.
Misha Tate fight. So, Rick, you did lose by 100 points, but you made it damn close, and you finished with a pretty damn high point total for someone who didn't technically win. So, I mean, good game all around. GC, great performance. Appreciate both of you guys for joining. Appreciate everyone who watched. You can follow both these guys on social media of the links below in the description. Go check them both out on the Ariel Helwani Show, Boys in the Back, and Fight Feast. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. I'll catch you guys next week for another episode of Prop Quiz. Peace.